at the weekend, or I think it was last week actually, we had can't speak. We had the tragic news that Chadwick Boseman, obviously the actor from Black Panther. Now, I'm not some crazy Chadwick Boseman fan. I don't know if you were. I'm not a massive Black Panther fan, but there was something I wanted to discuss about his passing. How did you feel? I mean, are you a big Black? Did you enjoy the movie, Lewis?
I thought it was good. I mean, I didn't love it the way that everybody else loved it, but there is, it's different, right? And it really is. And we grew up in a generation where we didn't see Black people portraying superheroes. It just didn't happen. I don't know that it was this conspiracy to try to keep Black people down. It just wasn't what Hollywood was really portraying. And my son's darker than me. My son looks very much Puerto Rican, looks very Hispanic. You have that movie, you have the new Spider-Man movie. The fact that my son gets to, look on screen and see people of color that are in those positions, it's rewarding. And I know that he sees it differently. And I know that he looks at, these characters differently. So the implication and how important that was to a bunch of this next generation of kids that it's really sad. And I think that's why it's become such a big, because actors die all the time, but it really is a sad, sad thing to watch a guy so young that seemingly.
Obviously, I'm not coming in from the color perspective, no doubt, 100%. I fully accept that and I fully hear that. And of course, it's long overdue that, because obviously when you grow up as a child, you want to be Superman, you want to be Spider-Man and all the rest of it. And now obviously for young Black children, they look and they get to see somebody on the screen portraying them and they can actually think, wow, that could be me one day. But the thing that really struck me, and of course, listen, he passed away and that's very, very sad and very tragic. And my condolences and thoughts go out to his family and his friends and all that type of stuff. It's tragic. But they will bring in another Black Panther. So the young children will have someone else to aspire to. Right. It's a huge franchise now. Spider-Man, they've been through so many different Spider-Man. So it's not like, oh, that's it, he's dead. There's never going to be a Black superhero again. There will be, and rightly so. But the thing that really touched me is when I started reading an article about him, and he was actually diagnosed with cancer back in 2016, right? And it gave me a lot of inspiration because I just had my knee done. I had my other knee done last year. And I was kind of like, I've did some good things in my life. Hopefully I still could do some movies. I do this and that. I'm working on some businesses. I've got plenty of endeavors going on, but like I became champion of the world and stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. I'm only 41 years old. As soon as this knee, like today's the first day of the rest of my life. Michael Bisping 2.0 starts today. That's why I'm suffering in pain right now, not really on the medication. I'm going to try and not drink because I'm 41 years old. That's still a very, very young man. Chadwick Boseman was diagnosed with cancer in 2016. But for the last 4 years of his life, continued to work his fucking ass off, make movie after movie after movie. No doubt at the time when he found out about his cancer, he had money in the bank. I mean, Brian, just bring up his IMDb page, please. He had money in the bank, and he could have sat on his laurels. I mean, look at this. Go back down. So there's 2016 did Gods of Egypt, Captain America, Message for the King, Marshall, Black Panther, go up a bit, scroll down, I can't see the top of it, Brian. Black Panther, Avengers Endgame, 21 Bridges, The Five Bloods, and Miss Rainey's Black Bottom. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and then Yasuki. Anyway, look at that. So, 1, 2, I don't know, like 10 movies, something like that. That's a lot of time, Lewis. That's a lot of time to be away. But my point is, for him to still have such a relentless work schedule whilst fighting cancer and whilst knowing from the doctors there's a possibility that I'm not going to win this fight and I'm going to die, but still to not feel sorry for himself and still go to fucking work and go through that kind of schedule, I got to say, I mean, fair fucking play to that guy. And anyone out there that feels like they can't go on, and they're giving up in life and then like, oh, that's it, my time in the sunshine's over. No, fuck that. Tomorrow's another day. You can always, even myself, I achieved my goal. I achieved my dream. Well, now I'm starting on a fucking second dream because I still got fucking hopefully another 50 years of my life left to live. And there was Chadwick Boseman with a death sentence, still going out there and killing it and crushing it. So anyone at home feeling sorry for themselves, that's too fat, that's a little bit broke, that's out of work, fuck that, man. Things can turn around. Things can get better. I mean, if if Chadwick Boseman's doing all those fucking movies whilst he was dying of cancer does not give you inspiration, I don't know what will.